Yo, what is going on, you guys? Bastion Joe here, and today, guys, I'm gonna be coming at you with my Eldlich deck profile. So Eldlich has been out of the meta for a while now, ever since the Bestial archetype was probably one of the best engines to run hand traps for, and I should say, in the format. With tier limit being out there, this deck was completely unplayable, let's be real here. But with the Bestial archetype now pretty much doing away with the entire, we're doing away with the Bestials, I should say. Now that tier limit's gone, it's not really necessary to go ahead and main deck those anymore, side deck them. I really don't see them anywhere. This has become a lot more of a safer bet, and this has become a lot more of a guarantee to go ahead and play. So I want to go ahead and bring you guys my updated Eldlich deck profile for the February 2023 ban list. We're going to be releasing this in March, but still, it is going to be for the February 2023 ban list, guys. Now, this deck is, of course, extremely budget friendly. If anyone's want to go ahead and play the deck, once it really likes the more control aspect of it, this is definitely going to be one of the best decks to go ahead and play out there for you guys. Not very many outrageous chain links to go ahead and remember, not a lot of big time effects that you have to go ahead and remember. It's really just go ahead and plain and simple. Eldlich is an easy deck to learn, hard deck to truly master. So it's definitely one of those things. It's similar to Sword Soul. Is one of those decks that's very easy to learn, but tough to truly master. So I think this deck with a very good pilot could go places. Now, of course, with the Dimension Shifter, Kashtira still being number one, this is still going to be considered more of a road deck, guys, but I just want to go ahead and bring this out to you guys. Also, I'm going to be showing just the main deck on you guys. For as far as the physical cards, the extra deck I'm actually going to go ahead and have right up on the screen here. I'm actually going to have the full deck list right here on the screen. Let me go ahead and say change that. Just so you guys, if you guys want to go ahead and see what the extra deck cards are, just because I don't have all of them, so I don't want to bring you guys a whole bunch of proxy extra deck. And if you guys want to just go ahead and see the deck list and go ahead and jet out of here, that's perfectly fine as well. But without further ado, guys, let's get into the video. Starting off with the monsters. So guys, for the monster, it's going to be a very complex lineup of 3 Eldlich, the Golden Lord, and 3 Lord of the Heavenly Prison, and that's it. So Eldlich has never really needed to run hand traps to begin with. The power traps you're going to be running in this deck do enough of the work. Floodgates as well, but not necessarily as many floodgates, but you are still going to be playing and relying on them heavily. But this is going to be the standard ratio moving forward for Eldlich, I believe. Lord of the Heavenly Prison is a absolute blowout of a card, absolutely phenomenal in any type of back row strategy, or most back row strategies, I should say. It's going to be really huge. And then Eldlich, of course, you want to go ahead and maximize out on your Golden Lord. There used to be a format back in the day where you would play maybe 2 Eldlich the Golden Lord, but with the amount of reliance on, or not reliance, but the amount of focus on graveyard effects or banning cards in the graveyard, you still want to go ahead and just maximize out on your 3 of them. Essentially, before, if you only played 2 Eldlich the Golden Lord way back, I used to play DD Crow in the main deck, specifically for decks like this. Now just DD Crow the Golden Lord, and that'd be good to go. Once I get rid of all of them, they pretty much scoop it up from there. So it is something to keep in mind. You do want to go ahead and maximize on your Golden Lords just to make sure that they don't get banished or whatever, or not all of them get banished or whatever the reason might be. So it is something you want to go ahead and keep in mind. But that's going to be it for the monsters. Very easy lineup, guys. Let's get into the spells, which is also going to be relatively pretty easy as well. So guys, for the spells, it's really just going to be focusing on consistency. I have 3 Cursed Eldland. I have seen this card be played at 2. I think that playing this card as 3 is going to be absolutely essential, just because you want to be able to go ahead and search whatever card you want in your deck with this card. Yeah, at the cost of 800 life points, that's perfectly fine to go ahead and search you a Eldlich monster. But with that being said, Cursed Eldland is just so essential to this overall strategy that I think you need to go ahead and play that 3 just to increase your consistency as well. I think you may have seen my dog coming into the room. Hey dog. Next, for the remainder of the spells, guys, we play 3 copies of Pot of Extravagance and 2 copies of Pot of Duality. The pot card is going to be essential in your strategy. Again, just making sure you're keeping the consistency with the deck. The only issue with Pot of Duality is that you can't special summon that turn, but realistically, you're going to be doing the majority of the special summoning during your opponent's turn anyway with the Eldlich or Eldlixir trap cards also, so there's not really much to worry about that. And with Pot of Extravagance, you can really just go ahead and max this card out each and every single time. them because Eldlich doesn't need the extra deck. It's just nice to have an extra deck. So you can go ahead and go off with cards like Dogmatic of Punishment, things like that. You can also play cards like Ultimate Slayer in the side deck as well, but that's completely up to personal preference. I don't think Ultimate Slayer is as big a card as it was hyped out to be, but that is something just to go ahead and, you know, keep in mind as well. But yeah, it's gonna be it for the spells, guys. Now on to the fun part, which is gonna be the traps. All right, now we're here into the meat and potatoes of the overall deck profile, guys. We have the traps. We're starting off with the standard lineup of 3 Scarlet Sanguine, 3 of the Conquistador, and double Haquero. So the reason why I played double Haquero is because, like I said, cards in the graveyard are not really going to be as big of a threat anymore. Before, in previous formats, you want to go ahead and play a 3 and 3 pretty much, just because with Haquero is still going to be able to go ahead and get you a summon on board, and it's going to be able to impact the graveyard, but with, again, less cards activating in the graveyard is going to be a lot less relevant. Also, with Sprite Elf being banned, it's not really going to be as necessary of a card anymore. Conquistador of a Golden Land actually is huge in the overall strategy. So being able to go ahead and pop up any face-up card is actually unreal, especially in any deck, I should say, but especially in this one, just being able to have immediate accessibility to it as well. And then Sanguine, of course, for the overall consistency, being able to bust out your Golden Lords from the deck. Next is going to be a whole bunch of really good utility cards. I played double Torrential Tribute in the main deck. Torrential Tribute is a phenomenal card against each and every single deck out there, except Trap Tricks. Each and every single deck out there, Torrential Tribute is an absolute blowout card against. Think about it. Sword Soul, this could absolutely destroy Sword Soul. What's it called? What's that deck called? Kashtira. Kashtira, this is an absolute blowout card against as well. The second they get 2 cash monsters on the board, just go ahead and wipe it clean and go ahead and have them start from scratch as well. So it's really good. Also, another reason why I'm only playing 2 is because I only have 2 secret rare copies, and I didn't want to go ahead and have this mismatched. Also, this is 40 cards in the main deck, so also, you know, for consistency purposes as well. It's not just because it's not shiny. But yeah, so 3 copies of Ice Dragon's Prison. So it's a card we have not really seen. At least I have not seen it really make a big splash in a while now, but honestly, with the format the way it currently is, I think Ice Dragon's Prison is going to be really good. Essentially, being able to go ahead and banish cards in both players' fields that have the same type as each other, after special summoning one from your opponent's graveyard, I think is actually super clutch. Sprites, they're all Thunders. With Kashtira, you have some Psychics and I believe a few other types as well. You can go ahead and just banish everything. With branded dragons or I think fiends as well. So there's so many things you can go ahead and hit with this. It hits each and every single deck with Sword Soul, Worm. So I think we're getting down to a more simplified format where there's less diversity as far as types, attributes in the decks. So playing something like this is going to be actually really essential, locking down you guys' victory. Next, play 2 copies of Dogmatic of Punishment. I didn't want to maximize on this card strictly because I do play 3 copies of Pot of Extravagance, so making sure that these are live is important as well. So if you play 3, one of them is pretty much guaranteed to not have a target, just the way that the duel might go down. So it's something to keep in mind definitely moving forward. 3 copies of Skill Drain and 3 copies of Rivalry. So Rivalry is actually really good as well, just to be able to prevent your opponent from spamming the extra deck too much. Really, I can't really think of a deck that has a pure extra deck, again, except for Trap Tricks. But even Trap Tricks are going to be Insect Plant, so Rivalry actually does quite a bit against that as well. And not just Trap Triggers, of course. I mean, Sword Soul goes into other types of cards from the extra deck as well. So does the Kashtira, so is Branded, and Skill Drain is just an overall blowout card against each and every single deck of the format. So that is going to be pretty standard. Also, Skill Drain was reprinted to hell as well, so now it's a far more affordable card. Still remember when Skill Drain was skyrocketing in price. I forgot why it was. The card was like 30-40 bucks each for even the rare copies. That was actually super well, but now you can get yours for like $2-3 bucks. So that's a lot better. And lastly, guys, we have 2 Strike and 3 Judgment in the main deck. Judgment, you want to make sure you're able to stop any back row hate, so like Evenly, any type of lightning storm as well. It's going to be super clutch against. And then solemn strike, I did want to play 3, but I feel like that would just be a bit too bricky. Whereas before, way long ago, years ago, solemn strike was a staple at 3 in the main deck. I just don't think that is necessary anymore. It's surprisingly too slow of a card at the current rate, and the trade-off is just not really there. So, but 2 is still really good. This will be able to go ahead and stop your opponent's Link summons, XZ summons, to be able to, well, not really Pendulum anymore, but any type of key monster effects they're activating as well. Hit the Unicorn, hit the Fenrir, whatever it might be, also really clutch. And then of course Solemn Judgment, you just can't play a deck without it. But that is going to be the 40 card Eldlich deck, guys. Again, I'm going to go ahead and put up the screenshot of what I'm playing, the full deck list along with the extra deck as well. Oops, go ahead and hit my phone there. So if you guys have any questions regarding the overall extra deck, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll go over it with you guys real quick. So I played 2 Garura, 3 copies of Intis. Again, we are playing Extravagance, so making sure that our Dogmatic Punishment is live. 2 copies of the Super Dreadnought Rail Gustav Max, and 1 number 81 of the Super Dreadnought Super Dora. 2 Vampire Sucker, 2 Link Spider, and 2 Lingaribo. What's it called? What's that card called? Eldlich. To out the Eldlich lock as well. It's gonna be, I think, pretty essential in the overall strategy. So overall, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Honestly, I think this is probably gonna be one of the best ways to go ahead and play. Oh, let's go ahead and keep it pure, keep it fun, keep it simple, not try to overcomplicate it as well. But honestly, just have fun with the deck. It's really easy to go ahead and learn, just pick up and play. But again, it's one of those decks that is going to take a few playthroughs, maybe about a week or 2 to really understand the ins and outs of the deck, timing, things like that, what cards to go ahead and pull, what cards to search at what time. So definitely take your time with this, especially if you're a beginner. Without further ado, guys, I really hope you guys did enjoy this profile. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, guys. If you guys want to see a test hand video with this, it's going to be very quick video, which is pretty much going to be, can I get Golden Lord on the board? Yes, no. Did I draw a Floodgate? Yes, no. So I'm most likely not going to do a test hand video for this, but again, let me know if that's something you want to see in the comment section down below, or what decks do you want me to cover. Let me know again in the comment section down below. Make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe for more, hit that notification bell. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers as of recording this video, guys, which is absolutely so crazy. Thank you guys for your undying support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.